is going on, niche gaming enthusiast? Michael Jordan here, and as you can tell, we're in the Square Enix offices checking out Ride 2. Sir, please introduce yourself for the audience.
Hello, I'm Michele Caletti, lead programmer of Ride 2 from Milestone.
All right, so I think actually the microphone is pretty good right there. I'm going to let you command the mic. So let's actually talk a little bit about this game. I just got a little bit of a hands-on with it, and it's very interesting. It is highly detailed with so many bikes. You were just showing off. Can you give us a rough idea of how many bikes are actually in this game?
Oh, straight out of the box, it's something like 200 bikes, but it's going to be more with the DLCs. Some of them are already being released in day one. Some of them will be in future releases, so it's going to be even more.
Alrighty, and what type of tracks are we going to be looking at with this game?
Well, there's a wide variety of tracks because you're going to have real-world tracks. Courses placed in Europe, Japan, America. Then you're going to have countryside tracks that we have created based in real environments, but creating the layout to be fun and nice to play. Then we have something special like the Nürburgring Nordschleife, the Nordwise 200, the Ulster GP that are road racing venues. And then we have some city tracks in Miami and in Milan. So wide variety of places to run.
Now, one thing that I definitely noticed was just how much customization is in this. And I think a lot of people who are just going to be gearheads, they're going to really want to get into this game. So go over a little bit of maybe how do we start customizing our bike when we get into this game?
Well, the first reason, there are two reasons for customizing your bike. One is for style, so that you can alter the looks, coloring parts, changing the paints and everything. But the main reason is performance. So there are several dedicated areas you can work on, the engine, the exhaust, the braking, the suspensions, and you can even bring some of the bikes to be racing machines, transforming them into racing bikes. So there's a wide variety, something like more than 1,200 parts to be customized on all the bikes. And even you can customize your looks as a rider. You can choose to be a male or female avatar, and you can change the leathers, the boots, the gloves, the helmets. There's a ton of things, and they're all real. So are real licensed stuff from the real manufacturers.
So how many licensed manufacturers do you have in this game about?
Only taking in account the bike manufacturers, we have more than 20. Add to it all the other gear, parts, suits, helmets manufacturers. It's a daunting amount of things.
So why don't you've been doing this for a long time. You've been fine-tuning your craft in the racing, specifically for motorcycles. So what is your favorite bike? You must have developed a favorite standalone bike over time now, right?
Well, it depends because we have so many categories in this game that maybe I could pick a favorite bike for each kind of bikes we have. We have, so for example, super motard bikes, we have street bikes, we have racing bikes. So maybe I could easily pick a favorite for each one of those categories. I don't know. Personally, I'm totally in love with an Italian brand that is MV Agusta. So for me, all the bikes they make are pretty much works of art. So that's my favorite. But
that's your go-to?
But
then?
Yeah, but I just have to look, I don't know, to a Japanese bike for more than 2 minutes and I'm going to be in love with it. So every bike in this game has a reason to be in this game. So it's been chosen for its particular importance in nowadays market, or for its performance, for its historical reasons, because we have also historical bikes. So every bike inside can be easily one of your favorites.
All right, so one thing is regional difference, right? So let's actually talk a little bit about the U.S. market versus maybe Italy. What is the first thing that you notice between the two?
Well, one of the things we were thinking while creating this game was to make a game that would be somehow universal. So even in US, you have people that are loving Italian bikes, they're loving Japanese high sports bikes. So it's something that has grown to be something global. So maybe there are some differences. Maybe you'll find some bikes that you didn't know they exist, while in Italy we pretty much know about them. Some brands, some even some kinds of bike. Like I was discussing with other journalists about super motard bikes that are not so known in the America, but give it a try and you'll find a whole universe of things you can like easily. So maybe there are some different perspectives, but once you enter the game, you'll find and you'll understand what's behind the game. So a real world of motorbikes.
So let's actually talk about design principle now. You've been doing this for a while. You have a wealth of experience, obviously, doing this. You definitely have your hands in it, considering your position. So where do you start when you actually tackle a game like this?
You start for certain from finding a spirit for it. So we didn't just throw things together and hoped it would make a game. We tried to have a name, to have a course you can find inside the game in terms of game modes, progression, and the feeling we want to get out. So as I was saying, everything is there with a purpose, and everything, even in some subtle way, tries to find the player and guiding to different experiences. And so you can go deeper in some aspects of the game and forget about the rest, because the career mode is very free in terms of things you can approach. You can skip already some kinds of bikes or some kinds of challenges, and maybe later on get back. So the first thing is to find the focus, find an idea, and stick to it in trying to deliver it.
All right, and how about for our last question, what is the one thing that you think maybe veteran players or new players are going to miss in this game? Because there's a whole hell of a lot of detail going into something like this. What do you think is something that like you notice all the time, but maybe something that the players and stuff would take for granted or glance over?
There are one thing that is not immediate, but all the AI riders you can see in the game are made by the designers, trying to find personality. So each one of them has a name, has a favorite list of bikes he owns, has a favorite style in the dress he wears on the track. So if you, in several races, you're going to encounter the same people, you'll notice that they will stick to some bikes, some style, some level of performance they have. So they're not just randomly generated. There's a bunch of work in trying to create something that has its unique identity and will be brought over race to race.
Alrighty, well, I want to thank our guest here so much for giving us an insight into this game. When is it going to be coming out?
It's going to be out on Valentine's Day, February 14th, here in US, on PlayStation 4, Xbox One. It's already out on PC, and we are also supporting PlayStation 4 Pro.
All right, there you go, guys. Thank you so much. Want to shake your hand?
Thank you.
Check it out, Ride 2.